Well, Isaac, how are you keeping?
Sure, not too bad, sir, yourself.
You have a real hard job here today, haven't you?
I killed.
Standing there with your hands scratching yourself.
So someone has to do it. What? The lad walking around with a camera in his hand.
Oh, this is hardship for me, like. That's a 3-axle trailer.
24 foot, yeah.
And a many ton?
So we bring it between 21 and 22 ton of barley,
Depending on
the barley itself then after that.
And she have air brakes and she have all kinds of...
Air brakes and air suspension.
Alright, and then the tractor?
Tractor then has a Fendt 724, 240 horsepower. So that tractor actually, that's her main tractor. She saws all the corn and she's actually running on GPS.
So she'd know exactly where to go in this field if you...
So when I come into the field, she recognises where she is, brings
Yes.
it up on the screen and tells you you are in such and such. So as in here, we're in Liam Sweetman's beside the house.
Yeah.
And she'll know that and she'll bring up the lines and she'll follow the lines in the field herself. So my job is actually handier now.
So your job is very little?
Yeah, well, someone still has to be there.
Sometimes then when you're not on the farm, you work with Kyo's Camolin.
I do, yeah.
And what do you do up there?
So product support.
Well, I suppose, wait now, for a start, what do Kyo's Camolin do?
So Kyo's, they're a machinery dealership, which would be the main dealers for Fendt and Massey Ferguson.
Right, in the more than the county or the southeast or what?
Southeast, so they cover Wicklow, Kildare, Wexford, parts of Waterford, Carlow, and kind of into Kilkenny.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you do with him then?
So I was a demonstrator and a product support specialist. So basically what I did is I went out, if you were interested in a tractor, I went out, demonstrated it to you, showed you the ins and outs of it. Then if you bought the tractor, I would do a follow-up call and go through
Wait
the
now
tractor.
till the combine goes by there now, we won't hear you. Now, so if I won the lotto and I bought a tractor like that, actually, how much is a tractor like that worth, roughly? Ballpark figure.
Something like that, you're probably talking about 160,000.
Oh my God. Anyway, so I buy a tractor like that then, and you'll show me how to drive it.
Yeah.
But for me now, who 30 years ago drove tractor, should be very hard to get used to that one, are they hard to get used to?
So funnily enough, that tractor, you would drive that tractor probably easier than a lot of tractors. It's basically it's a vario transmission, so it's a stepless transmission. So it's like an automatic car. You put it into drive, and the faster you want to go, the further you put your foot down.
All right, right. So she's basically automatic.
Basically automatic, yeah. So the driving has actually gone out of them now. Like,
Yeah.
It's actually getting easier to drive, but the technology side is after going way out altogether. Like.
It just sounded like there when you're saying about Kyo's that you were at. Are you still at it?
No, I left them there just before the harvest.
Oh, I didn't.
I'm off now just before the harvest. Cause
Are you looking for a job?
I'm busy enough here, ain't I?
Are you any good? Well, it looks like you're... what do you like to pick strawberries?
That's no good at.
You wouldn't pick your nose.
Oh, yeah.
So, but that's what you used to do, showing farmers how to drive those tractors.
Yeah.
All right. That's grand. Now, tell me what we're doing there now.
So basically that's the workings of your tractor, and
Yeah.
here then is your GPS. So there's your
Alright.
tractor, there's your field, so we can just delete that. So now the field is clear again.
Right, go back into the field now and...
So you're coming up now, this is your headland run,
Yeah?
and then it'll come up that your ditch is there. So we've all our fields are marked out with boundaries in them, so we know what acres are in every one of our fields.
Oh, the darker blue there now is the ditch.
Is the ditch, yeah.
Oh, the other one, the lighter blue, was the headland.
Yeah. So
All
that's
right.
the outside run on the headland.
Oh, yeah.
So what that does, when we're sowing, when we're tilling, sowing, no matter what it is, we're cutting down our runs, so we're basically, you're more efficient.
And can she lift automatic when you say it'll tell you when you cross that line?
Yeah, she'll beep at you.
She'll beep at you and then you'll just
Now the newer ones, the software's after being updated in them, and they'll actually lift
automatically.
Once she crosses the line, she'll lift the implement out of the ground.
Yeah, Jenny. So now you're going over here now to take corn from the combine from Isaac.
Yeah.
All right. And you know what speed and all to drive, you know what speed the combine to be going at.
I should be matching it, you'll be changing because you'll have to go, you'll fill the trailer. Like,
Fill the front and the back and
yeah. You'll be matching his speed, like.
yeah.
Then as the trailer starts to get fuller, then you'll start kind of setting the pace and he speeds up and slows down then to top it off.
He'll finish it. Well, because Isaac he can see it from the top now.
Yeah, he can see into the trailer, yeah.
Alright. Right.